Alright, so I figured I'd go ahead and just run through Iron Docks and see what I remember. So, obviously it's going to be on an extremely low level, but it should give us some ideas for count. Now, as I'm looking here, there are a crap ton of mobs in the beginning. So, you could, theoretically, take out all of this for count. But what I remember about it is you wanted to kind of line of sight pull all this around these things like here, and then, yeah. I remember that being a thing. And I remember those getting skipped. But of course now you're dealing with count, so to me, a lot of these up here are going to be worth killing. But just for the sake of mapping, I want to go ahead and get a screenshot or two. The dungeon, just so that I can crop that through. And hopefully make images. Now I do remember this guy being a thing that you wanted to pull separate. So you'd pull him like that, sort of, and you'd get him by himself. And then I remember you didn't. That's the boss right there, riding on Dreadfang. So you wanted to pull this shit separate too. And of course it wouldn't just fall over. You'd have to line of sight it right here. And that would make everything come to you. And then a lot of people skipped. But I'm thinking, because of count, people might actually want to clear this. You know? You might actually want to clear the middle here and give yourself room to fight that guy. But I could be wrong. Obviously, they're not going to fall over like that when it comes to the actual dungeon. But also for wipe prevention purposes, it might be a good idea to clear that. Because you can skip here pretty easy without pulling that shit there. But otherwise, you're going to have to, like, run over here like I'm doing right now and skip this here. And what I remember is we would fight him, and you'd want to get Dreadfang off his mount, or get him off Dreadfang as soon as possible. So the idea would be to nuke him off Dreadfang like such, and then to kill him. However, that is of course not how it works. You know? It does not work like that. So in the real fight, you fight Dreadfang, he gets off of him, and then he summons, or he shoots arrows that put fire on the ground, and you have to move really quick or you'll die immediately. I do remember that. And it's basically a tank and spank with the exception of that. He makes a blood thing. And I remember mounting up here. It makes like a blood shield that you have to pop. And he won't take damage if you don't. I remember mounting up here, and you drag these dudes. Let's see. You drag these dudes. It's not like they can kill me. I don't want to just one-shot them, though. Let's see if I can make him pull his buddy for me. There we go. You drag these dudes over, and then you'd quickly line them up, hop in this, and fire off these sons of bitches, which do count, I think, 4 count. but I'm not certain. So usually the tank would just get them all together and fire some of the bitches off like that and kill all the big guys, or kill as much shit as you could. But you definitely want to kill this path like this. Because that's where you're going to need to run. You need this path clear to run. But it looks like if you did this right, you could use those 3 stars to kill this whole room, and that's count. So, count is count. Now, looking from here, there's a skip up here we can use. I'm fairly certain, but I'm going to clear this just to make sure. There's a lot of people will you would usually go around this corner and kill that pack there and blah blah blah. Once you come across that, they're gonna start shooting at you, shooting arrows. So I'm trying to figure out how we can skip that without too much issue. It doesn't look like you can get right there. So, if you could get there, it'd be great. But since you can't, we'll just do that for now. But once you come around that corner, they'll start shooting. So what I'm thinking, see how they're shooting right there? And you have to be on this side. But if you see, you could put a warlock portal, if you wanted to, from right here straight up on top of that freaking wall there, and then you would just skip from here to there, drop down, and you'd be on the other side of it. But if not, you gotta use some sort of movement or something, because dude over there is throwing shit at you that will hurt. It doesn't hurt right now because I'm just running through at a lower level, but that shit will kill you. So, okay, so this is the other side of that wall we were talking about. It looks, however, I mean, I don't know if you could target that. I'd have to bring my lock in and try to see what skips we can design. But you can, if you can target on top, and usually you can, if you can target on top of one of these walls, that'd be an easy skip. If not, you just want the portal as close to the edge of this as possible. So you take the portals, you traverse that span as quickly as possible and be good. But like, see, I'm out here and how he's already just trying to duke me up. As soon as I come around this corner, it'll be the same thing. And what you want to do is you want to go from this corner to this corner immediately and fight them here. Because see how it's already starting to shoot? Now, you wait for it to go away, and you come around the corner. And then once you're out here, you meet the first or the second boss. And it's the bosses of 3. You start with the smallest to biggest, or biggest to smallest. There's, I think you can kill it either way. I'm just gonna drop them like that because I don't remember. But yeah, the small guy, I'm pretty sure the small guy is the bombardier, because yeah, he's the goblin, and those bombs suck. This guy just hits real hard, and this guy does some other magical crap, or hex or something, I don't remember. Whatever it wasn't any good. So again, very linear dungeon. There's not a lot that can be skipped, so to speak. But there are things that can, and depending on your count, like, you would normally go from there to there, but it looks like, and I'm just gonna say it looks like, because I have to come back with my lock, but it looks like if you didn't want to fight certain mobs, you could skip here by using portals and lock portals and using stealth, you know, to like stealth around them. I'm not sure if you can jump on this thing. Maybe you can and I just suck. I don't see it. But anyway, like stealth right there, you'd be able to stealth right around that corner if you wanted to. And then up here, you always want that cleft hoof taken out first, because he does crazy shit, if I remember right. So looking one more again, there's more crap down there. There's plenty of count here, so I don't know what pulls we'll have to design those pulls. There's plenty of count here to get. Whether or not you have to get it all, I don't know. That's something we won't know until we can actually see. But there is plenty of count to get. Here's the next boss. Come up here, they should run out. That's like a wolf guy, or yeah, they're opening him up and he's gonna come out and do wolf guy shit. What I remember was getting away from him when you had to get away from him, because he did like this like thrash mechanic where if you're in front of him, he's gonna thrash the shit out of you. So if he targets you, you have to like run away. And that was basically the whole fight, if I remember correctly. Wasn't a whole lot to it. Yeah, I'm just doing the loot because why not? And then you come up here, and this is the last boss, just that quickly. And just like before, there's things you have to hide behind. So you'll come up here, and that same guy will shoot shit at you. So you have to hide behind that shit. But you want to kill the little guy and then the big guy, generally. That's it for Iron Docks. I'll come back into my lock here in a second, maybe with my buddy, and we can discuss it.